Okay, so a few days ago I uploaded this video, which is where I walked you through how I set up an advert for this video of mine. And it's been I think maybe even 3 weeks since the advert played, which means that I've now gotten all the data back from the advert, which includes the data back from YouTube Studio and the data from Google Ads website. And in today's video I'm going to be going over all the data from the 3 sources I have available to show you. Which the 3 sources are the video analytics of the video before I played the ad, analytics of the video after I played the ad, and the analytics from the Google Ads website, which goes more in depth into where the ad played, how it played on what devices and everything, exactly how much we spent, which I'm just going to say right now, we spent more than we planned. And then of course I'm going to show you the impact it had on my channel, which I mean you can probably see. So this is the image I have available to show you from before the ad played. I'm not sure when this was taken. Alright, so this was taken on the 19th of May. It's currently the 9th of June, so as you can tell it's been a while. But then again, the ad didn't play as soon as this video was out, it played after the video was out. So the 19th of May is around about the time when I had the idea to do this. So on the 19th of May, this is the information we have. Of course I'm not going to show you the estimated revenue, but we can look at the other stuff we have available on here. So I only took a picture of overview. As you can see, we had 43 views, which is this blue line here. This grey line, this grey region, is my average views in this case for how long the video was out. Our views would normally be between this grey area, but this video actually did pop off and was, even before we played the ad, it was doing better than it would normally do. Watch time was at 3.1 hours, which again was better. And audience retention was 4 minutes 27, which in this case equates to a 35.6% average view duration, which is pretty high for videos actually. So that's the information we have from before it played. Now I'm going to show you the information I have now from after the ad has played. I can show you more than just the views, I can show you everything. Alright, so let's go through this one bit at a time. So as you can see, this is what we was looking at before. This is what we were looking at before, you know, it was right until here. 43 views. Went across, 44, 44 again, and then the first day the ad played, 1,686. Next day, 4,210. Next day after that, 6,722. 6,749. And it's stayed there, it's kept going up some points, but this is overall what the graph looks like, and it looks absolutely it's just the weirdest thing ever. And that's what the graph looks like for views, and as you can see we're currently on 6.8 thousand. Watch time is 98.6 hours, which is insane. And as you can see, here's the graph for watch time. It's of course went up and up and up while the ad was playing, and still has been going up ever so slightly. As you can see, if we click between them, then yeah, you can see they're basically the same. Now subscribers, it was at 0, and then 11 in the first day, then 20, and then 75, and then 103. So the graph is definitely less smooth for subscribers, as you can see, because we had a massive increase right there. Now if we come down a bit, audience retention, 52 seconds, 7%. So as you can see, 102% at the beginning, and it slowly dropped down. And 1% of people watched it to the very end. I think I said this in the first part, but 12 minutes for an advert is ridiculously high. Not optimized to be an advert at all, so the fact that this did so well is still amazing. But yeah, it's definitely impacted the audience view duration. Now if we come on to reach, then we can see a bit more into what Google Ads shows us. So we had 888 impressions. Impressions click-through rate, which is how many times people see it and then click it. Impressions is how many times people see it. And we have unique viewers, which is 6.1 thousand, which unique viewers are the estimated number of people that watch my content within the selected data range, which of course I optimized it for. Wait, how many impressions does that say I had? 888 impressions. Yeah, That's not true. Well, that is true. That's how many times people saw the video, but the amount of times people saw that ad was 300,960. So that many people saw the ad. Now I can't actually remember how many people it thought would see the ad. So it thought I would get 9,000 to 55,000 views, which yeah, that didn't happen. Actually, as you can see, we actually kind of went over and spent £121.28p. And over here, which I'm going to get into in a bit, this shows the breakdown of what money went towards what views on which devices, and it also says the impressions and views we got from each device, which I have a bit of an interesting story about that as well, which I'll get into in a second. So yeah, we didn't get that many views, and also impressions. What did it say for impressions? Impressions was 510,000. I reckon it thought we would have a slightly higher impression click-through rate, which we didn't. But anyway, as you can see, 6.78 thousand views. Now average CPV. Now CPV stands for cost per view, so for every view we spent approximately 2p, and the view rate of the advert was 1.71%, and as we can enable this in a graph, as you can see the cost per view stayed at 2p the entire time. And it actually did look like it started to go down as well, which kind of does make sense. It rose really before we started getting mad views, and then it actually started going down as we peaked right here, which is interesting. And of course it went fully down when we stopped the ad, which is quite interesting. Apparently 3 people saw it when I stopped it from running. We have all of this stuff we can look through, which I'm not sure if I'm allowed to show you CPM. Which CPM is the average cost per 1,000 impressions. So I'm just going to look at it. Okay then, so we got charged that amount every 1,000 impressions, and that number is blurred just because I don't know if I'm allowed to show it or not. If I am allowed to show it, apologies, but you missed out. We got 0 clicks because there was nothing to click on it except from the video, which doesn't actually count. Interactions is basically the same as the views really. An interaction rate is basically the same as view rate. That's really all there is except from this other stuff, which I don't think shows anything. But now let's have a look down here at devices. Now as you can see, you'll notice this for mobile phones, tablets and computers, the adjustment, which means that all this is got no adjustments. So if I put an adjustment, for example, on mobile phones, then YouTube would try and play the advert more on mobile phones. So as you can see, our 10 TV screen is off, and that is because I based it on logic, which I think makes sense. So on a TV, you of course use a remote, and it's quite fiddly sometimes to use a remote on TV. So I thought if people were viewing it on TV, they would only view it and then take no action from it there, like not clicking on the channel or anything. They would just watch it, probably even just skip it. So I based it on that because I didn't think that that would work best for our money. That's something I did after the video, after I finished recording the previous video on this, because as I say, I just based it on pure logic. So at this point in the video, I just started rambling on about how it's really hard to use a remote to click a button, and I got really bored. When I thought, hey, I haven't promoted my Discord server. That's right, I now have a cool Discord server. So my old one was, I mean, there's no way to describe it except from pure trash. But with the help of Luna over here, we made an absolutely amazing one. And by that I mean she did. I didn't do anything. Now you may be wondering what's the point in joining. Well, don't worry, I'm going to explain that for you. You get notifications whenever I upload a video or whenever I stream. There's a support channel so you can request for help. So if you need help, we're going to save you. There's text channels including a screeching room so you can scream all you want and no one will judge you. Fantastic. As you can see, £82 of the £120 we spent on it went towards views on mobile phones, which on mobile phones we got 4,000 views and 250,000 impressions. Tablets we spent £35 on, we got 2,000 views and 140,000 impressions, and computers we only got 11,000 impressions, 105 views and spent £2.36p on. Which looking at it, mobile phones had the highest view rate as well. overall, I'm actually surprised that computers didn't give us a lot. I thought computers would give us more, because I guess computers are sort of easier to use, at least for me they are. So I'm pretty surprised about that, but as you can see, TV screens, no one saw it on the TV. So if you watch YouTube on your TV, you missed out. Oh, by the way, you might want to consider leaving a like if you're enjoying the videos so far, and you might also want to consider subscribing, because why not? That's free as well.